So in this video we're going to look at some positive unit circle questions, and we'll only be dealing with degrees. Same set of steps each time for the following 4 questions. If we look here at part 1, we've been asked to find sine 60. So step 1, check our quadrant. 60 is going to be in the first quadrant as it sits between 0 and 90 degrees. We'll make note of that. Second step, find our reference angle. It's going to be the angle itself, always in our first quadrant. Third step is to figure out if it's positive or negative. We look here, all ratios are positive, so we make note of that just for ourselves. And your last step, we go to our log table. So find your reference angle, 60 degrees. We're dealing with sine, so our answer will be root 3 over 2. We come back here, sine 60 would be root 3 over 2. And that's part 1 done. Part 2 now, we'll follow the exact same set of steps. We've been asked to find cos of 120. Check our quadrant. We're going to be in our second quadrant as we're between 90 and 180 degrees. For our reference angle, it's 180 minus our angle. So 180 minus 120 gives me 60. That's my reference angle again. Check if we're positive or negative. Only sine will be positive here. We're dealing with cos, so it's a negative answer. Make note of that for ourselves. And then our fourth step, like last time, we go to our log tables. We're dealing with 60 degrees again. This time it's cos. So our answer will be a half. So cos of 60 is a half. And then our last step is to return back to our original angle, 120, and make sure you make it negative. Will be minus a half, and then box your answer. That's part 2 answered. Now for part 3, we have tan of 225. Check your quadrant. 225 will be between 180 and 270. So we're in our third quadrant. To find our angle, reference angle is the angle minus 180. So 225 minus 180 will give me 45 degrees. That's my reference angle. Okay, once we have that done, we want to check if we're positive or negative. Tan is positive in the third quadrant. Make note of that for ourselves. And then step 4, we go to our log tables. So here our angle is 45 degrees. We're dealing with tan, and we get an answer of 1. So tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. And then return back to your original angle. And we know it'll be positive. And our last example, part 4, we've been asked to find sine of 330. So we check our quadrant. We'll be in our fourth quadrant. We're between 270 and 360 degrees here. To get our reference angle, it'll be 360 minus the angle we're given. So 30 degrees is my reference angle. Okay, now we come to step 3. Is it going to be positive or negative? Only cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. We're dealing with sine, so our answer will be negative. Now we go to our log tables. My reference angle is 30 degrees. We're dealing with sine. So we look here, sine of 30 will be a half. And return to our original angle now. And it'll be negative, so sine 330 will be equal to minus a half. And box your answer. And there's those 4 examples.